What's up guys, and welcome back to part 24 of our playthrough of Fabled Lands. We are currently still in the Lord of the Rising Sun, which is book 6. I believe in the end of the last part we were heading towards Baku Island, and we had the option to put our ship in and dock at, I think it was Hagashin, was it?
Baku Island?
Yeah, or Shaku Island, whichever it is.
Shaku Island.
The map is very small. Either way, we were going to go to Hagashin, so that is exactly where we're going to start off with. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, the first mate reports that he can have the ship ready to sail whenever you want to give the word. You begin to think that perhaps the Akasori make him nervous. We can put to sea, or we can leave the ship and go to Hagashin. So, 302.
The canals of Hagashin debouch into a lagoon sheltered by a low headland of piled stones. Several ships ride at anchor, their sails furled like curling autumn leaves. Do you want to buy or sell a ship, go aboard your ship, hire new crew members, pay for passage to another port, or buy cargo for your ship, or go into the city? I thought that wasn't going to be an option.
Yeah,
then.
me too, just like a trading island. Should we go into the city then?
Yeah, let's go for it. 226.
Built over a network of canals, Hagashin presents a very different appearance from the cities to the north. Tall conical towers rear above the rooftops, clad in gold leaf and adorned with sweeping spikes and long breeze bells, making the skyline seem ablaze in the sunlight. The bridges that span the canals are supported by fierce statues of demons that stand waist deep in the green water. Tall porticos enclosed by filigree screens front each building, so that as you walk along the street you catch glimpses of silhouettes watching from the verandas on either side. You can buy a townhouse here for 200 shards. Nah. So we can lodge at an inn here. We can visit the theatre, which will cost us 5 shards. Browse the market, find a temple, or go to the docks, or leave the city. So,
should we go to the inn first?
Yeah, we'll just have a quick pee to see if it has any interest.
Just in case. If it doesn't, we'll go back to that page.
Yeah. No, that's it. You go to the inn.
Which is it?
667. So I'll just read it out for you anyway. You take lodging at the quaint inn standing on stilts over the main canal. Every morning you can buy fresh fruit from the breakfast from punts that come right up to your window. Each day you spend at the inn will cost you 2 shards, and you will basically we can just get our stamina points back. So we will go back to here and
should we go to the theatre?
yeah, go on then. We've got the shards to burn, haven't we? So
yeah.
We're going to visit the theatre. So 256.
It costs 5 shards.
Yeah. Maybe we can pay more for better seats or something.
Yeah. If you have the code word moment, turn to 274, otherwise read on. You spend an evening at the theatre watching the usual entertainment. Roistering heroes foiling the schemes of skulking wizards, sly silver-tongued witches and bumbling animal spirits. The Akasuri's audiences lap up this kind of thing. Afterwards, you take a stroll by the canals and watch the moonlight dance on the water. Turn to 226.
So we're going to need that code word.
So we need the code word foment. Should I make a note of that?
Yeah, like think foment.
226. You need to deduct 5 shards.
I'll do that now.
So we need foment for the theatre. What book's that? 4. No.
No, it's like 5, 6. Yeah, this one.
6. Yeah.
It'll be in this one somewhere then. So we're back in the city again. So we can browse the market, find a temple, go to the docks. Should we go to the market?
Yeah.
262.
This is gonna be another island with
There's got to be something here. The markets of Hagashin consist of many narrow shops jammed along the warren of back streets. You can buy or sell any of the following. So we just have a fair bit of armour, weapons, standard weapons. The only thing different than usual is that we can sell a platinum earring, which I don't think we have. That's it.
Oh.
So should we go to a temple and see if we get a quest from one of them?
Yes.
Okay, so 690 to the temple.
It is characteristic of the people of Hagashin that they do not bother with the usual distinction between temples to the Sage of Peace and shrines to the divine powers. All creation is divine, says a priest, so heaven and earth are one. You can get a blessing for 35 shards. Blessings are available for charisma, scouting, combat, and magic. Simply pay the money and note the appropriate ability. The blessing works by allowing you to try again when you fail a roll of the ability.
I think we've already got a combat one.
Yeah. No, let's leave it.
Is that the only thing you can get from there?
Yeah.
So
Go to the docks?
Yeah.
302.
The canals of Hagashin debouch into lagoon sheltered by low headland of piled stones. Several ships ride at anchor, their sails furled like curling autumn leaves. Buy or sell a ship, go aboard your ship, hire new crew members, pay for passage, or go into the city.
What other ports are there? It says pay for passage to another port.
Let's do that because it might take us to another book. So
Yeah.
647. 647.
Hagashin is much more cosmopolitan than the other cities of Akatsurai. As you walk down the streets, you might rub shoulders with wizards from Braylak, nomads from the bleak grasslands of Wested Ankonkonu, masked lords of Utaku, and even Iron Dark priests from Far Christ So Praise.
Ooh.
Don't know where that is.
Probably one of the books that never came out.
You soon strike up conversation with a foreign captain who is willing to take on a passenger. Choose from the following destinations. Okay, so what book are we trying to get to?
Let's just have a read of them first.
Mithrak, Dangor.
So we definitely can't go to the Isle of the Thousand Spires, that never came out. City of Cloud, that never came out. Over the Blood Dark Sea is book 3, which we've been around that quite a fair bit. Aku is book 5, which is the one we haven't been to yet. Over the Dark Blue Sea, another book 3. Legions of the Labyrinth, that never came out. So basically,
should we go to Aku?
Yeah. So we are going to be heading to Aku, which is in book 5, the Court of Hidden Faces. So let me get rid of those shards.
55 shards this is costing us.
Yep, it's going to be worth it. I mean, we could just go on our own ship, but let's just save a bit of time.
Let's get a taxi.
So 55 shards.
Yes. How many shards have we got? Oh, the calculator's coming out.
Just makes it a little bit faster.
1069. It's got to be a lucky number.
Didn't we have like 2,000 not long ago? Why did we spend all our money?
I don't know.
Did we lose it? So, 1 second. So we're going to be heading to book 5, which I have got the map prepared just in case this was going to happen. So, there we go. We are on book 5 there, and we are now on book 5 on the map, which should be a bit more high quality than our previous one. So, I guess you better.
So we're going to the Court of Hidden Faces, page 502.
Here we go, new lands. So this is book 5 here, if you can see it. It has a picture of some sort of like barbarians on
They look a bit elvy.
Yeah, they do actually.
Elfish.
So this is the Utakan people, I believe. So was it 502, did you
Yeah.
say? So, new book. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Don't forget to pay the fare for your journey. Your ship sets sail and soon is making good headway. The captain is a man who enjoys tempting fate. Let's just hope we don't run into pirates, he says with a reckless grin. Roll 2 dice.
Here we go.
Here we go.
New book. New book territory.
Roll a 2. 2 to 3. So there's no 1. If you roll a 2, you can't get a 1 obviously. Yeah. Roll 2 to 3, you're captured by slavers. 4 to 10, you reach Aku safely. 11 to 12, the ship capsizes. So if you roll 11 or 12 and you have a blessing, safety from storms, which I think we do, lose the blessing and re-roll. Okay, so
Let's just try and roll good.
yeah, so we want to get 10. Reach Aku safely.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. 4. I'm just checking out the map. There's like a goblin down there at the bottom.
Where?
The Mixton Sumps. Like a frogman.
Oh yeah. From a distance, the towers of Aku seem to hover in the air like a city in a mirage. Where is Aku?
There at the bottom. Very bottom.
Very bottom. Where am I looking? Oh yeah. Gardens of riotous foliage cascade like green waterfalls from the elegant pinnacles and domes. Windows of brightly stained glass glint and sparkle in the white sea-cast sunlight. Choir music drifts languidly from the highest minarets. Men and women in gorgeous silk robes glide decorously along the raised esplanades and balconies. For the masked nobles of Aku, life is one long round of banquets and masked balls. Not so for the poor. The city is built right across the top of a narrow river canyon, hundreds of feet high. The rich live in the city proper. The better off merchants have mansions on the upper ledges of the canyon walls. This is a long section. And the slums of the poor cluster far down below. There they must endure the daily shower of sewage and refuse from... There they must endure the daily shower of sewage and refuse from above. But even so, many covet the sites directly under the city. This is because the nobles sometimes toss scraps of meat or half-eaten fruits from the balconies, or even whimsically drop coins off the marble balustrades. A desperate man can always dream of a windfall from on high. Guards stand on duty beside the ramps leading to the noble palaces, as stiff and unmoving as figures of cast iron. These men are members of the expunger caste. Their tunics are cut away, leaving the right arms bare from the shoulder down, the skin patterned with a black filigree of tattoos swirling down the forearm and hand towards the long, iron-hard fingernails with which they can slay a foe with a single cobra-like stab.
So they have one sleeve chopped off, tribal tattoos, and really long fingernails.
And really long, iron-hard fingernails.
Jesus.
On the terraces of the canyon wall, just below you, are the warehouses and homes of the merchant class. A few shrubs are the only decorative touch to relieve the grey tedium of those narrow-peaked roof dwellings. Aku is the capital of Utaku, a great palace resting on massive buttresses.
What?
Buttresses.
Buttresses.
Sits above the city like a spider. In the palace lives the faceless king and the nobles of the court of hidden faces. You ask a passerby about the people of Utaku. He tells you to go to an inn where your questions will be answered.
Finally.
Oh, that was the longest section.
Not done with it yet.
I'm gonna grab him.
I was trying to save your life there. You got more to read.
Find an inn, go to the Grand Bazaar, go to the Ice Bazaar, visit the Cathedral of Ebron, visit the Red Garden, explore the city, visit the slums, visit the palace, go to the merchant's quarter, visit the docks, or leave the city.
Take a breather. Can you read that whole paragraph again for me?
No.
So, should we go to the inn and to see if there is a quest for us there?
Yeah. The guy says go to the inn to ask questions.
Just thinking, visit the Cathedral of Ebron. We have the Scroll of Ebron.
Yeah, we do.
And we needed it for something. So.
Everybody loves us for it though, don't we?
Yeah. So, we're going to check out the inn first. So, that'll be 163.
But you're gonna have like 2 words to read.
Probably. Nope, it's a very long one.
Hey!
You find a place called the Inn of 1,000 Masks. The inn costs you 1 shard a day. Each day you spend here, you can recover 1 stamina point if injured, up to the limit of your normal unwounded stamina score. It is frequented by foreigners. There are no masked Utakan in here at all. You pick up several snippets of information whilst listening to the locals talk. Utaku is a theocracy ruled by priests and their interpretation of the word of their god. Ebron is law. Everyone warns you about the Soul Watch, the fanatical secret police who always are on the lookout for heretics. The faceless king of Yutaku is more like a priest than a king. Whenever he dies, a new king is chosen from the population. The only criterion for kingship is that the candidate must be born without a face. What? Oh, I remember. Something happened where we lost our face.
That was in book 6.
Yeah, it was like we went back on it though because we didn't like how it looked because we would have lost the charisma score.
Yeah.
So we could have been the king. Could have been the king of Yutaku.
Sucks.
Each mask worn by the nobles of Yutaku is an indication of his status. Indeed, it defines his very existence, so someone born without a face is said to have been chosen to rule by Ebron himself. There are many opportunities for an enterprising adventurer to acquire wealth and fame in Yutaku, if you are careful. The Grand Bazaar is a good place to set up shop as an entertainer, a healer, or whatever. You just have to be careful not to offend the priests. The best way to get in is to join the Church of Ebron and become a worshipper. Once you have joined the church, you are judged to be a citizen of Yutaku. Then you can gain access to the palace. The inner court is alive with intrigue, and the ministers of the Court of Hidden Faces are always looking for people to perform tasks for them, so that you can advance within the court. Naturally, they pay well. If you can curry enough favour with them, you might get an audience with the Faceless King himself, and if you can win his patronage, then you can begin to amass real power and wealth. When you are ready, you leave the tavern, turn to 444. So there's quite a bit to it there.
Yeah.
So that's taken us back to here again, back in Aku. So we can go to the Grand Bazaar, go to the Ice Bazaar, visit the Cathedral of Ebron, which is probably where we're going to join up.
Should we go to the Cathedral of Ebron?
Yeah.
Or do you think they'll send us straight on a quest?
No.
See what else there is. Or do you want to go to the Cathedral?
Should we go to the Merchant's Quarter and have a look around? We'll do it.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be much there. But...
Okay, let's just knock them off. So we've done them all at least. So 312.
What is with these paragraphs?
The big setup this book.
The homes of the merchants are safely clear of the sewage outlets in the underside of the city, although a strong wind can sometimes carry an unpleasant whiff. In front of them runs a paved promenade where heavily laden ox carts trundle day and night. From the edge of the promenade you can get a dizzying view of the harbour far below. Strains of delicate harpsichord music waft from the leafy terraces of the city suspended over the chasm. A merchant pauses beside you and half closes his eyes, smiling serenely. For an instant you think he is also enjoying the music, but then he hawks and spits over the side. You see the goblet of phlegm sweep down to catch a slum dweller where he squats in front of his shack 100 feet further down the cliff. Ahaha, crows the merchant. See that? The stupid dozer didn't expect that, did he? What delight people in Utakin are, you muse. You overhear some snippets of information regarding the best trade routes. Tick the code word Eldritch.
Ooh, does that mean we've got it?
Yeah.
Eldritch is the one we need for the betting one where you have the code words, you like double your bets or something. So we've got like quite a good one. So,
Eldritch.
See if I can find where to put this in.
You need to do. Bob needs to go on the next line. Lovely.
Right. Okay.
Go to the Merchants Guild or return to the city centre.
Might as well go to the Merchants Guild.
721.
The Merchants Guild is a large building of white marble, plushly decorated inside to show off the wealth of the Guild of the Utaku. Here you can bank your money for safekeeping or invest it in guild enterprises in the hope of making profit. That was what it was for. It was for the thingy. Make an investment, check on investments, deposit and withdraw money, or return to the city centre. Should we just leave it for now?
Yeah. We invested in one of our old playthroughs, didn't we? And we lost money.
No, I think it's in this playthrough. It's still in there.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think it's like a dice roll or something, but I think that was it. We weren't going to check it till we got more of those code words. So, explore the city or visit the slums.
Ooh, or visit the Red Garden.
What was that?
It's a moth.
Should we check out the cathedral first then, and explore these later on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
As long as we can come back here after the cathedral.
We will be able to. It's the main city.
It's gonna come back with a vengeance.
The Cathedral of Ebron is a tall, monolithic tower of black stone, carved with gargoyles and devils. At the entrance stand two of the Soul Watch, the religious police, dressed in black and purple robes, wearing masks fashioned to resemble the Yukashem, avenging demons of Ebron. You must pass between them to enter the cathedral. If you have the code word Ecumensial, turn to 191. If not, turn to 130. We don't have it, do we? Okay, 130.
You are impure. You may not enter until you have been purified in the Hall of Ablution, grates one of the guardian priests. He points to a nearby building that looks like a bathhouse. Ooh, do you want to return to the city centre or go to the Hall of Ablution?
I want to go to the Hall of Ablution, but I'm worried. Should we checkpoint it?
Or should we finish exploring all the city first?
Yeah, okay, let's explore everywhere else and then we'll come back.
Yeah?
Because we might get a hint that that place is going to kill us or something.
It wouldn't do that.
No, but it might steal all of our stuff.
Should we visit this? Ooh, explore the city or visit the slums then?
Well, let's visit the slums first.
Okay, 3:30.
Just so we don't get like... We aren't allowed into the rich places because we've been to the slums. Oh well, let's do this first. I'll get there one day. The slums are dirty and dingy, populated with the dispossessed, beggars, the criminal gangs, and the disgraced. You hear stories of a figure called the Slumlord, the Master of Shadows and King of Thieves. He is the real power within the slums. Try to see the Slumlord or leave the slum.
Let's go see the Slumlord.
Yeah, come on, let's do it. 42.
You put the word about on the streets and taverns of the slums that you seek an audience with the Slumlord. A sinewy thug approaches you in a back street. He wears a wooden mask carved in gross imitation of the Lords of Utaku. The mask indicates his status within the Brotherhood of the Night, the Guild of Rogues of Utaku. You are blindfolded and taken to see the Slumlord at a secret location.
Ooh.
He wears a black mask of ebony in imitation of the Faceless King. If you have the title Night Stalker, turn to 153. If not, turn to 519.
Yeah, we definitely don't. Oh, do we? I do remember.
We don't have.
I know we don't, but
Night
I do remember
Stalker.
Night Stalker being mentioned at one point.
Do you?
I feel like it was, yeah. We have...
What do
we
we
have Hatamoto. Hatamoto is our title.
Oh. 519, we don't have the title Night Stalker.
$519.
Yeah. What if you can like overtake the rich people?
Maybe. If you have the code word Elan, turn to 420. Make a charisma roll at difficulty 13. You can add 1 to your roll if you are rogue. Oh, so we don't have it yet. So we need to make a charisma roll of 13 difficulty. You can add 1 if you're a rogue. We are a troubadour. So
9, 10, of 13?
yes.
We only need 4.
Come on.
Oh, should we drink?
Yes.
Are we both re-rolling?
You first.
Yeah.
There we go. So, where were we? 492.
You impress the Master of Shadows greatly. He is planning an expedition to rob the Spider Palace and is in need of good thieves. You are invited to join the mission. Do you want to accept or decline?
Yes, that's
What if we get caught?
We won't.
545.
Spider Palace?
Yeah.
Ooh. The Brotherhood has put together a team of 3 rogues, including you. You have the use of a magic kite, large enough to carry a man. The plan is to fly up to the palace, land on the rooftop and sneak in, there to loot whatever can be found on an opportunistic basis. The kites are flown by magical means and you will need a little skill in that area. That evening you are strapped into the magic kite. You and 2 other rogues of the Brotherhood. They are dressed in black and wish to remain anonymous. Take to the night sky. Make a magic roll of difficulty of 12.
Oh no.
Ours is 10.
Oh, nice!
So here's a little image if you can actually see it on the camera, but there is the kites there.
We're flying in.
Yeah, we're going to fly in.
Like Batman.
It's fine. So we need to make a difficulty of... So we need to basically just get 1 and 1, don't we?
Yes.
So...
We can't fail it.
There we go. Successful roll, magic roll.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the moth. No, that is this one.
There we go. It's underneath the magic. It's underneath the book. Oh well. 701.
You control the kite with panache and float up through the clouded night to land on the roof of a tall tower on the palace. You find a skylight and ease yourself inside. You come to a quiet corridor near the apartments of the mask lords of the court. Make a thievery roll at difficulty 13.
We've got 5. Is that all there is to do?
Yeah, and it's successful or failed.
Okay, right, so we need to get... what was it, 13?
Yeah.
Ours is 5, so we need
8.
to roll... Yeah.
Oh!
Oof! Do you want a drink?
Yeah. Oh, I just spilled the drink everywhere.
Hey!
Yay!
10. So?
5, 7, 8. We can't do that
Oh,
when
yeah,
we
that's true,
cheat.
That's true. Tick the code word Elan.
Oh, nice.
You sneak into the rooms of the noble lord. Inside you find 200 shards, a silver holy symbol, which I'm pretty sure we've already got one of them, a fine saber, and a Utakin telescope.
Nice. Let me jot these down.
I reckon it's time to make a new cache.
So do I. Should we have a cache too?
Yes.
And then eventually I will add everything else
Yeah.
to the cache.
So we're now going to make a less messy, more organised cache.
Okay, so what have we got?
Silver holy symbol. Sanctity +2. I'm going to check the inventory as well while we're waiting. Fine saber, which is combat +2.
Yeah.
And a Utakin telescope.
Nice.
And 200 shards, which I'll just get in now.
Sweet.
So, what sanctity items do we already have? Sanctity +1. Oh, should we swap it out?
Oh
then?
yeah, let's swap it. So it's a holy symbol. Oh, that is a holy symbol.
That's a silver holy symbol, though. It must be like different ones.
Yeah, so just...
So I'll just put an S in front of it.
Yeah. Nice.
So I'll put S holy symbol. So just maybe cross out silver in that one and put the sanctity one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just change it on here. Five plus 2.
Every little helps.
Definitely does. So then, you make your escape the way you came and glide down into the slums. You are welcomed by the Brotherhood of the Night as a hero after such a daring exploit. You will have to donate 100 shards and one of the items you found as the Brotherhood's cut for setting up the mission. Know which item you want to keep on your adventure sheet. When you leave, one of the rogues who went on the mission says, come back anytime, especially if you're looking to make a purchase. We have a large stock of items that are falling off the back of a cart, so we might get some cheapies.
Nice. Should we cross off the saber?
Yeah.
So we haven't got a fine saber, and we need to give 100 shards.
Yeah. Unless you want to get rid of the holy symbol.
No, we can't using it. We're not cheating that
We've got
much.
two.
We're not cheating.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so what we're doing, losing 100 shards?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to go to 444. We also need to write down the code with Alan. So, where are we?
So we haven't explored the city yet, have we?
Nope.
Should we do that?
Yeah. You do that and then start reading that one.
1 of 3. The Utakin originally came from a desert land, and it shows in their insatiable taste for gushing fountains, songbirds, flower-fringed ponds, and lush overhanging foliage. Every polished marble pavement is a lattice of sunlight and blossom-scented shadow. Every wall a mural of ivy and bright flowers. The skyline of towers and domes looks like a mural in delicate pastel colours against a deep cloudless blue. Roll 2 dice. Score 2 to 5, a distraught princess. 6 to 7, a garden party. Or 8 to 12, a holy day in Aku.
So
all of them could be good.
Let's just go for it then.
Wow.
6.
6, a garden party.
Nice.
13.
You stop beside the gate and peek into the garden beyond. There, on a white emerald lawn in front of the veranda of red veined purple marble lords and ladies lounge on gilded divans. Each noble wears a mask that exactly delineates his or her ancestry and status. When the wearer wishes to sip on a little wine or pick at a sweetmeat, the mask is tilted back surreptitiously. Slaves run to and fro bringing food and wine on golden trays, their tunics patterned green so as to blend into the foliage and so cause no distraction to their masters. Eunuchs in white gowns wait out of sight behind a trellis of ivy and sing wordless, I can't speak, my throat is getting very dry. Wordless but beautiful tune that is all but lost in the chatter of voices. You are among the wealthy aristocracy, I can't say it properly.
You're having a stroke.
Aristocracy of Aku, for whom privilege is a natural thing as the clean sea air they breathe. If you have the code word Erebus, turn to 308, if not, turn to 444, so nothing happened.
No.
No.
Oh no, what? Should we go and do that again?
Yeah, how did we do it?
We explored the city?
Okay, so it was 103.
I think. What code word did we need?
Erebus.
I thought we got that.
I don't think so. We only got, the only ones we've got are Eldritch and Elan.
Right, yeah, okay. So, yeah, we're rolling again.
Yep, so we need to get what?
Either a 2 to 5 or 8 to 12. Nice.
So 11.
A holy day in Aku. 2, 8, 9. Something odd is up with the people of the city today. You learn that it is a special day of religious significance, in a day sacred to Eberron. You were stopped by a Soul Watch patrol and several expungers, the elite guards of Aku. If you have a spotted scarf, turn to 381. If not, turn to 656.
Definitely don't have a spotted
They're
scarf.
gonna like escort us off, aren't they?
Probably.
656.
One of the Soul Watch hisses in a sepulchral voice, "Why are you not wearing your spotted scarf, blasphemer? You have committed a crime of lesser heresy. Everyone must wear a spotted scarf on the holy day of recantation of the soul. You must pay a penance of 75 shards. Can't pay or won't pay? Pay the fine."
We gotta pay the fine.
Should we just pay the fine?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you take it to 629, I will take 75 shards off.
Cross off the 75 shards.
Brutal.
You hand the Soul Watch the cash. Their black masks, shaped like avenging demons, nod imperceptibly.
Now who's having a stroke?
One of them hands you a spotted scarf.
Oh, nice.
See that you do not blaspheme again, or your soul will suffer for it, whispers one of the black garb fanatics. They glide away. Turn to 444.
I wonder what happens if you do have it.
They'll probably just ignore you.
144. 444.
444. Spotted scarf.
Should we try it again with the scarf?
Yeah, and then if we get the princess one.
Yeah, and we'll try that afterwards.
Yeah.
So, Explore City 103.
That was it. Oh, you're doing the scarf thing.
Yeah. If you have a spotted scarf, turn to 381. The Soul Watch are pleased to see that you are wearing your spotted scarf. Remember, if you do not wear your spotted scarf on the holy day of the recantation of the soul, you are committing a crime of lesser heresy. One says as they glide away, musing on the bizarre theological zealotry of the Utakian, you journey on. So nothing really happens there.
I did catch a glimpse of a spotted scarf on another page.
Yeah.
So it might come in handy.
Then maybe have to get into the church with it or something. So should we just do the next encounter?
Yeah.
So the only one we have left is at the.
We've got to roll for it though.
Yeah, go on then. We need to roll a 2 to 5.
Why not?
Alright, let's both drink and do that again then. Hey, we got 4. So 216.
If there is a tick in the box, turn to 71 immediately. If not, put a tick in it now. Let me just write that down. 216.
I wouldn't do it in the cash page, I would start through.
I'm starting at 216. Stop trying to read it.
I was reading
You
the,
were,
I was
you were
reading the
reading
cash.
it. You were down near the docks when the entourage of a princess of the court of hidden faces comes by. The princess is sobbing in distress because she dropped her diamond ring into the bay of the harbour while she and her party were out sailing. Use your magical talents to fish for the ring, or don't bother.
Let's use our magical talents.
Oh, what magical talents?
Our magic score of 10.
155?
You inform her manservant that you will try to get her ring back for her. He watches from her sedan chair, masked and inscrutable. You go fishing in the harbour. Make a magic roll of a difficulty of 13. So ours is 10. So
Yeah,
we just need to get a 3. We did it.
Yeah!
4. That's worth of a successful roll. So 461. You borrow a rod and line and cast a spell on the fishing hook, and sure enough you catch a fish. When you cut it open, you find the diamond ring inside. The princess squeals with delight and claps her hand. She gives you a courtier's mask and a scroll of Ebron. So we got another scroll of Ebron. I think there were different, like, multiple parts of it. Just put Titans 2.
And now this is, we can check the other.
Yeah, okay. And a courtier's mask.
Yeah.
And 20 shards. Oh. That ain't 20 shards. She's a princess.
This is out from the fish, isn't it?
No, it's
right. I thought we caught all
this.
this
The mask thing, yeah. So take us back to 444. Now will give us the shards.
And the shards. So what have we got left to go? We've got the
Red Garden.
The Bazaar, the Grand Bazaar, the Ice Bazaar, the Red Garden. Should we go to the Red Garden?
Yeah, go on then.
645.
You might need the red spotted scarf to get in there.
The Red Garden is where you attack and dispose of their criminals and heretics. The condemned are thrown into the large sunken garden, and the suckered tendrils of the man-eating carnivorous alak plants that flourish in the pit drain them of their blood and dissolve their flesh. The leaves, barbed vines, and strange bulbous mushroom-shaped flowers glisten redly in the sun, pulsing with the blood of their victims.
Nice, brutal.
A wire fence has been erected around the top of the pit. Masked lords and ladies of the court amble around the edge, taking an unholy pleasure in the viewing of these grisly executions. Victims are herded into the pit, screaming horribly, by the expungers. Death is agonizingly slow in coming. Several of the lords and ladies are taking bets as to which victim will be consumed first. You resolve to make sure that this ghastly fate will never befall you. Ooh.
By doing what?
Turn back to 444.
So we just need to not be a
basically,
heretic.
yeah, don't wear us for a scarf.
Basically, maybe that's what will stop us from doing it later on. So, we've been to the merchants' quarter, haven't we? We've visited the slums. We've explored the city. We've been to the Red Garden. We couldn't get in the cathedral, could we?
We have to go back there and go in. Go to that bathhouse.
What bathhouse?
The bathhouse that you were worried about going in. I had to become something in the bathhouse.
Oh, right, yeah.
Should we do that?
We've not been to the bazaars yet.
We haven't. What is that? Should we...
They're like shops, aren't they?
Oh, right, okay.
Should we go to the Grand Bazaar?
Yeah.
101.
This is a big city.
Good though. The Grand Bazaar of Aku lies at the top of the cliffs to the side of the Great Spider Palace. It is the biggest marketplace you've ever seen. There are so many stalls and streets, entertainers and merchants of all kinds, mostly charlatans of course. So there's a lot of stuff we can buy.
Whoa,
what's that? Do you want to take us to the inventory?
Yes.
I think we've already got a 6+6. Let me just check. Yeah, so we've already got one of those. We can buy 8,000 to get a combat weapon with a 6 combat score bonus is 8,000 shards.
Oh, I thought it was 800.
No. We can buy a wand. We don't have a wand yet, do we? But they're quite expensive, so it's not worth it. I mean, we've got 10.
And we've already got magic plus
10. Well, we got magic 10 overall.
Yeah.
Well, we can buy a 5 wand for 8,000 shards. That is something we need to become the king.
Oh, look at the other items.
A flute, silver flute, a centaur flute.
Nice.
Magic lockpicks, thievery +2. Gloves of Sig. We've got. Do you want to take us back to the main page? I'm just going to check because I think our thievery is our lowest, isn't it?
Yeah.
5. I mean, I'd want to get more money before we buy any of this stuff, but like at least we can come back to the bazaar, Grand Bazaar in Aku. There's a lot of stuff we can get our skills up with. We can buy a spotted scarf here for 50 shards. There's also a striped scarf.
A rope, lantern, climbing gear, uncanny salts. Should we buy some of those?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, let's buy some uncanny salts.
So you can set up your own store. Okay, so uncanny salts, maybe a striped scarf as well.
Okay, so how much is that?
That is 150 shards overall.
And what else are we getting? Uncanny salts.
Yep. 100 shards for the salts and 50 for the striped scarf.
Nice.
So we just take 150 off. So back here again.
What's the purveyor of prophecies?
Don't know. It's probably like a what they call a fortune teller, isn't
Here
it?
we go.
Isn't that about making our own store? Oh no.
Ooh,
We're
money's
dropping.
dropping.
We're underneath 1,000 now.
Not balls anymore.
No. So, there are many unusual stalls you can visit. Indeed, you can set up your own stall if you wish. So we can set up a business, visit an alchemy stall, visit the purveyor of prophecies, visit the ameliorator of afflictions, or leave the bazaar. So I imagine the bottom one, the ameliorator of afflictions, will cure us from disease. Purveyor of prophecies will probably be like a fortune teller who might give us like a code word or info.
Yeah, our quest.
And alchemy will probably be a potion. So should we check out the prophecy one first? Because it's the most interesting. Okay, 165.
Ooh, it's a tick box. And we have a picture, so I'm going to show you a picture first. That's this lady.
Nice. He's our fortune teller for today. It's Derek Akora.
The pavilion is a new addition to the bazaar. Inside, you find a woman with a starburst of silvery, spiky hair and mad, staring eyes. Welcome, I am a priestess of the oracle in Atikala, and I have been expecting you. A reading of your future will cost 250 shards. Should we spend it?
Does she seem legit?
She's got silver spiky hair.
Let's do it.
Yeah!
Okay.
Spending money! 250.
We'll be fine.
Pay 250, 114. Maybe we should set up a business to try and read.
Yeah, try and get some of that. She better give us something good. One more call?
Yeah, that's good.
Cross off 250 shards. The priestess steps over to you and fixes you with a mad staring glare. You sink it into a trance during of which you experience a vision of the future or perhaps the past. Note down this paragraph number 114.
Oh. We died.
Wait there. Now you can turn to any paragraph at random in any book in the Fabled Lands series that you like and read any sequence of up to 6 paragraphs, thus finding out what lies in store for you. What you find may not make any sense to you. Well, such is the nature of oracles. When you are finished, turn back to this paragraph where you will come out of your trance. The priestess bids you farewell with a cryptic until we meet again. You leave the pavilion of prophecies.
What?
So essentially, we can go to any page in any book.
What, right now?
I reckon. Let me just figure out first. So we can go to any page in any of the books, but it said we won't make any sense because we don't know what it is. But we can just look at any paragraph and read it. Essentially.
But we don't go there.
Yeah.
We're just reading it.
So I reckon we should have that as like a sort of, if we're getting stuck in a book where we don't know what we're doing and we're getting bored of going around in circles, we've got 6 times to use it.
No, I don't think so.
We do.
No,
Read any
it's saying you can read a sequence of up to 6 paragraphs.
Okay. So we can use it once, but we can follow it 6 times down the line. Yeah? That's what it's
Isn't
saying.
a paragraph like 1, 2?
No, it'll be you read this page, then that page, then wherever that page takes you.
Okay.
Because it's a read in the future.
Right.
So we're going to have that as our little trump card for if we just completely don't know where to go, we can just turn to a random page in one of the books. So maybe attach that to that 114 and then we can come back
I
just
have
to
them.
check it. So Let's leave the Pavilion of Prophecies. This could come in handy for some of the books where we need code
Yeah,
words.
that's random. That's really random.
Cool, though, isn't it? So,
So you can't choose what page you go to.
yeah, you can.
That can't. Does it not just mean you have to just turn to a random page?
Well, you can flick through, and yeah, you're not going to be able to look for one. Well, I guess you could just, if you're already on one, and you want to find out what to do.
Yeah, it's true.
Alright, so we can check out the Affliction Place, the Alchemy Stall, or set up a business.
What is setting up a business?
Should we try?
Yeah.
52.
Oh. The bazaar offers many opportunities for the enterprising professional. You notice people declaring themselves open for business as the world's greatest wizard, or warriors offering to take on all corners at wrestling for cash. Priests preaching to the multitude, jugglers and entertainers, and of course, many a pickpocket. What will you try? Pick a pocket or two?
Mm-hmm.
Challenge people to a wrestling match? Declare yourself a great wizard, or preach the word of God?
Okay, so they're clearly attached to attribute points, aren't they? So
Yeah, our thievery shit, let's not pick pockets.
s-
Wrestling
that was
match?
strength for one. And our combat is 11,
Yeah.
which is good.
Wizard, magic is 10.
Ooh.
Should we declare ourselves a wizard?
That would be the best route for me, I think.
Yeah, let's declare ourselves the great troubadour bardo wizard.
Yes.
596.
You've gained magical skills. 596. If there's a tick in the box, turn to 709 immediately. If not, put a tick in there now, so 596.
Yeah.
You announce to the teeming crowd that Aku is blessed to have the presence of such a great mage as yourself. I, the greatest mage that ever lived, am at your service. Mighty Aku, you cry. Shortly, a noble lady wearing a mask of the cast of blessed attendants comes to you. She brings a beer.
Nice.
It's spelt weird.
Oh.
I don't know what a B-I-E-R is. Carried by 6 golden-skinned slaves, on which rests a young man quite dead. She explains that it is her son, and she demands that you, as a great wizard, should bring him back to life.
Can wizards do that?
You take a look at the body, make a magic roll of difficulty 15.
Well, that's a little bit. I didn't think wizards were allowed to bring. Or is that genies?
Well, no, I don't know. I think the rules was different and everything. So we need to make a difficulty roll of 15. Ours is 10 because we have a 10 magic score still.
Yeah.
We need to get 5.
Oh, no pressure.
Okay, so
Drink.
should we both roll?
Yeah, go on then. I'm having very bad rolls today.
We are indeed.
It's a bad roll day. Yes!
5. Right. So 5, 4, 8. Let's see if we can bring this guy back to life.
Oh no, imagine if we didn't.
Well, I feel like it might even be a trick.
It should be possible to bring the young man back from the dead. You need many ingredients, but the
Oh.
most important of which are silver holy symbol, which we have,
Yeah,
and a cobalt wand, which we don't
that's
have.
expensive as well.
You can buy these items easily enough at the bazaar. The holy symbol costs 400 and the cobalt wand costs 2,000.
Oof.
Be aware that these items will be destroyed during the spell. If you have these items or buy these items and want to try raising the dead, cross off any money you need to spend. You can turn to the bank and withdraw some money and then back here if you wish. When you have everything you need to make the attempt, turn to 609. If you don't have the items, the cash, or the inclination, turn to 274.
Should we just go to 274 then?
We can't do it though because we can't come back. Box is ticked. Should we go to the bank?
We don't have it in there.
Should we?
We need to. We haven't got to.
Should we make a loan at the bank?
No,
Should we take a loan out?
no, you can't.
Should we borrow somebody's cobalt wand?
No, but I feel like we might be able to buy that on that thief sale for cheaper than 2,000. And that's not even a cheat. They said after that thievery thing, they said that they've got Like they're selling stuff that's come off the back of a van, basically. So I reckon we might be able to get a cobalt wand on.
How are we gonna find this out?
We'll have to come to it as we get to it.
So tell you what then. Should I write a note down saying when we have a cobalt wand?
Yeah.
And then put the page number.
Yeah.
Turn to 609.
Yeah.
So, lady, we will be back to raise your son from the dead once we have a cobalt wand.
In 6 months.
Yes. He's hanging on in there.
Yeah. So let's just hope we don't get discredited as a wizard now.
So should we go back to 444?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, turn to it more.
Nice. So, how did we get to that place?
Was it through the bazaar? Yeah, we declared ourselves
we
right.
failed the business.
It doesn't matter though because we go to this page as soon as we
okay.
get the cobalt.
Should we go to the Ice Bazaar then?
Yeah.
Okay, 141 Ice Bazaar.
How do we get back to the Thieves Guild then?
I don't know, they might have, they've probably got their own hideout there somewhere. The Ice Bazaar is a huge underground warehouse near sea level. Inside, blocks of rime ice are stacked high. The ice comes from the lake Rime water in the far north, and it has a peculiar quality of taking months to melt. It is used by the mask lords of Utaku to refrigerate their sherbets and sorbets.
Ooh.
If you have the code word diamond, I don't think we have that.
No. Oh, well, let's just check.
No.
No, we have dangle.
If not, read on. You can sell a sachet of rime ice here if you have one for 100 shards. You cannot buy rime ice here. When you're ready, turn to 444. So that's it. But we can sell rime ice there, which you get 100 shards a piece. So I wonder if you can farm that shit.
Yeah.
444. So I think we've done everything. So should we leave the city?
We haven't visited the palace.
We can't get in there. Oh yes.
And
yes,
we
yes, yes.
also need to go to the Cathedral of Ebron and go to the bathhouse.
Yeah, we can't get in the palace because we need to. I can't remember what it was, but we can't get in there till we have a title or something.
Okay.
Should we try and cleanse our souls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go get clean in the bath. What are you doing?
So we've gone back to the cathedral, and he's asked us we need to be clear, we need to be purified. So we're going to go and check out the Hall of Ablution.
Yes.
It's a weird word. I'm not sure what it means. 496.
The Hall of Ablution is a bit like a bathhouse, except that the baths are full of sand, not water. The Utakan purify themselves in sand as part of a religious ritual that goes back to the days when they were tribesmen in the deserts of Ankonkonu.
I feel like that won't do anything to purify you.
To be purified in the Hall of Ablution costs 50 shards. Let's pay the money. Pay the money or
paying out
return
today.
to the city centre. We're spending, it's bank holiday weekend.
It's like when you go to Disneyland and you spend like 12 grand.
We're on holiday.
How much?
50.
50. Just trying to speed it up.
Pay the money, 559.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna dunk us in sand.
You're getting baptized in sand. Which one?
559.
Take the code word ecumen.
Oh, what did we
Humencio.
need that for?
I think it was just before this. It was to
Yeah.
get into the cathedral. You notice some people playing a board game that resembles chess while they wait for purification. The Utakin call it Boke. It is a game much loved by them. You are cleansed with sand by some priests. In effect, they scrape off a layer of skin with the rough sand and rather painful process. In a bathhouse, the nobles of Utaku take off their masks, and according to the old tradition, commoners may approach and petition the Lord while their masks are off. Requests must be granted within reason, or the Lord will incur the wrath of Ebron. Hence, the nobles who attend the bathhouse are often surrounded by guards, making it difficult for people to get near them. You spot one blue-skinned lord in the sand with a highly tight-knit group of former gladiators. Go to the cathedral or try to get close to the lord. What do we do?
Should we try and get close to him?
Yeah. Why do we need to get close to him?
Should we make a checkpoint?
Yeah, go on then. We've not had any checkpoints today.
No. I don't know, but he's got blue skin.
We might end up having a fight with gladiators, which could be good.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, go on then. 516.
I hope we don't get thrown in that pit for this.
Yeah.
Actual physical combat is of course not allowed in the bathhouse, but barging and shouldering is common. You try to force your way through the ring of guards. Make a combat roll at difficulty 14.
Okay.
Oh, as you are not armed in here, you cannot add a bonus to your combat rating for any weapon you might own.
So we've got combat of 7. So we need to roll a 7.
So we need to roll, 7. We can do that. Yes!
Nice!
3, 2, 4.
You manage to shoulder your way through and get right next to the Lord. The noble shoulders slump with resignation as he realizes he'll have to grant whatever you ask of him. He gazes at you mournfully. How can I help, my poor friend? He asks insincerely. Teach you the game of poker. Get your audience with the faceless king. Help you become an initiate of the Church of Ebron. Ask him to give you 500 shards. I mean, I feel like they're all pretty good.
Don't want 500
Yeah,
shards.
that's basic.
You can get money.
An audience with the faceless king. I don't think we're...
We will eventually get an audience with the Faceless King anyway.
When we've got through the trials. Help you become an initiate of the Church of Ebron.
I thought we already were.
I thought we were working towards that as well. Teach you the game of Boke, which is a game of like chess. So I feel like that could be a good way to make money.
And make friends.
Yes. Should we do that?
Yes.
Okay. 119. We're going to learn the chess game that the Utakan men know.
Book. I love how we've like stormed up to this guy having a sandbar.
Shoulder bars, everyone. Teach me how to play chess.
The Utakan Lord shrugs not unhappily. As you wish, he says. Relieved at your relatively simple request, he signals to one of his entourage who comes over and instructs you. Note that you have gained 1 circle of Boke Mastery. So, we are now a first circle master of Boke. Let me write that down. First circle master of what?
Never going to remember what that means.
Of Boke. When you're ready, you go back to the Cathedral of Ebron, purified and a little wiser.
Yeah.
10 to 94. Boke Master!
Maybe we have to have a game of it with like the Faceless King or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
94, did you say?
Yeah. How does he play chess if he doesn't have a face?
Surely they can see. Maybe they have eyes still. I don't know. The Cathedral of Ebron is... we were back at the entrance of Ebron, the cathedral basically, so...
we do have the code word.
You must pass between the 2 guards to enter the cathedral. If you have the code word Ecumencial, turn to 191. If not, turn to 130, which we do, so 191.
Yeah. Did you write that down?
No, but we might get rid of it now and it'll save me writing it out.
No, it doesn't say cross it out. Should we write it on?
Yeah, you go to that and I'll do it while you read it out.
It will play or how to spell it.
1 second.
E?
Is it double T?
No, 1 C. E cum N ical.
Like that.
N after cum put in I and then get rid of the second I. That was difficult. You were allowed into the cathedral.
Yay,
It is
finally.
cool and dim inside. The windows are covered in blue glass. This has the effect of bathing the worshippers in a blue light. As those of the Utakan aristocracy, who are of pure noble blood, have blue skin. The priests say that the light of holy Eberron makes even the poorest commoner a true noble. If you're an initiate of Eberron, turn to 509. If not, but you want to become an initiate of Eberron, turn to 376. If there's nothing for you here, turn to 444. Should we become an initiate?
Yes, I don't think we have one, do we?
No, we were
That's a
initiate of
title.
Mulhern.
Yes.
This is Eberron.
Yeah, go on, let's do it.
376. I'm guessing we can have more than one title. It's not gonna get rid of our.
No, because you've already got two, to be fair.
Mm.
If you have the code word evil or exultant...
Oh, what are you doing?
What?
376.
Oh, sorry. If you have a courtier's mask or blue
We
skin...
do.
So we have the courtier's mask. Turn to 148 immediately. Okay, so 148. Might as well read this one.
If not, it looks like we get turned away.
Yeah. The High Priest is pleased to accept you into the church. Write Eberron in the God box of your adventure sheet. You are now a fully fledged initiate of the Church of Eberron. Turn to 509.
Eberron Initiate.
Okay, 509.
The Priest of Eberron can give you Blessing of Defense through faith. The blessing will cost you 25 shards, or you can give up the worship of Eberron. No. Don't need a blessing, do we?
No, just keep it there. We'll just write next to that one. Who was it? Eberron.
Yeah. Leave the temple. 444. Oh, so we didn't even get anything there.
No.
We go to the palace.
We can get in now, can't we?
Should we try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
300.
The Master of Documents of Fable is waiting for... What? Fuck's sake.
300.
So glad, that was a very long page. The entrance to the palace is set at the bottom of the great buttresses upon which the spider palace rests, with stairs that lead up the side of it all the way to the top. The stairs are lined with guards. If you have the title Masked Lord or Masked Lady, turn to 224. If not, turn to 41. So I don't think we can get up there.
Can't get up on the buttress.
No, definitely not. 41.
If you have Eberron written in your god box, turn to
Yeah.
501.
Nice.
And basically, they don't let unbelievers in the palace.
We got a scarf on us still.
Yes, we've got 2 scarves on us. A spotty one and a stripy one.
Nice.
501.
Do it.
As a member of the Church of Eberron, you are deemed worthy enough to enter the outer precincts of the palace. You ascend the stairs. Expungers stand on guard as still as statues on either side of you as you walk up and up. At the top, you come to the Garden of Exotic Fragrances,
Ooh.
which rings the palace like a garland of sweet-smelling flowers. Masked lords amble through the garden, or huddled here in groups plotting intrigue, no doubt. You see strange winged reptiles lurking in the bushes. These are butterfly lizards, trained to respond to the commands of the masked lords. They have poisonous barbed spines like porcupine quills running up the backs of their necks.
That's where we'll have to go to the affliction or the...
Yeah, which they can fire at their enemies. These are the guardian pets of the court. If you have the code word elite, turn to 251, otherwise turn to 183.
We don't have that code word, so... You are greeted by a figure in rich robes wearing a mask that looks like the head of a locust. He is the Grand Vizier of the audience chamber. He explains that you will have to wait for permission to enter the audience chamber. Once you have got in there, you can see the various ministers of the court hidden faces. In the meantime, you will have to rent an apartment in the petitioner's quarter of the palace while waiting for permission, which could take days. The apartment will cost you a down payment of 50 shards. Pay the 50 shards. We need to
We're
figure
here
out.
now, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay, 396.
Yeah.
Rinsed.
Yeah. You paid it?
No, not yet. I'm waiting to see what it says.
You're shown in. We paid for it. So.
50 was it?
Yeah. You are shown into a Spartan apartment. You are fed and allowed into a fenced-off area of the gardens, but you are unable to speak with anyone higher than the rank of a servant. One of the servants, a slave who was once a farmer in Old Harkuna, tells you that some people have to wait for weeks, paying rent all the time.
Ooh.
He tells you that one way to speed the process up is to challenge the vizier to a game of boke.
Yes.
According to ancient tradition, anyone can choose to take trial by boke as a method of speeding up the legal process. Mind you, losing can be unpleasant. After a week, the vizier returns. If you have a courtier's mask, turn to 523. If not, but you have blue skin, turn to 1. How do you get blue skin?
I have no idea.
So we
I'm
do have a
curious.
courtier's mask, so we'll turn to 523. I don't want blue skin.
I'm just picturing those guys from Vikings, you know, the sacrifice guys in the temples. The bald
Yeah.
guys. The Grand Vizier explains that the courtier's mask you have means you must have done something to earn the respect of the Lord of Lukaku. He is therefore pleased to allow you into his audience chamber. Didn't we steal it from someone's house?
No, the woman gave it to us.
Okay, that's all
for
good then.
saving
Okay.
something.
So turn to
Oh no,
401.
she didn't. We didn't do that. Yeah, we stole it. What page is it? 401.
I said 401, didn't I?
I think so.
You can earn status points by performing tasks for the ministers of the court. Does this seem right?
Yeah, because we were in the audience.
Okay, so you can earn status points by performing tasks for the ministers of the court. You obtain 10 or more status points if you are entitled to an audience with the faceless king.
So we need to work up till we get 10 status points with these guys.
Yeah, basically. Turn to 700. If you haven't got enough status or don't want to see him, read on. So do we want to see him?
We don't have enough points, so we have to read on. It's saying if you get 10 status points,
then you turn
you're
to 700.
entitled to be in-
Okay.
Yeah.
So tick the code word elite.
Nice.
The audience chamber is a large round room with many ornate doors around the edge. It is full of courtiers and courtiers. Attendants and servants. Each door leads to the offices of a different minister of the Court of Hidden Faces. These are the High Convener of Chariots, the General of the Armies of Utaku, the Blender of Spices, the Minister in charge of the state of banquets and entertaining foreign dignitaries, the Compiler of confectionery surprises, the Minister in charge of the King's personal diet, poisoning, a position with considerable influence over the King, the Seneschal of Dance of Majesty, the Minister in charge of the Court of Protocol and Royal Balls,
I read that as testicles.
the Master of Documents and Fable, the Court Chronicler is Keeper of the Archives, Master of Nightingales, the Minister in charge of the Menagerie of Garden of his exotic fragrances, the Conjurer of Amusements,
Oh my god, we've got to pick one of these.
and the Master of Shungbat, an ancient martial artist practiced by the courtiers used in resolving formal duels between courtiers. Which will you visit?
Each of these is going to give us a quest.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because we've got to get 10 points.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right, so who the hell do we pick?
Do you in order?
Yeah, let's
Yeah?
do that, yeah. Maybe write down 401 so we can remember this whole massive quest page.
Okay.
I'll write down elite in a bit. So, turn to 75.
Who was in?
Or a tier of chariots or something.
You enter a chamber whose walls are covered in banners, weapons, and shields, illustrating the long and distinguished history of Utakan warfare. It is known as the Stable of the Chariots, a reminder of the days when the Utakan rode their chariots across the flat grasslands of Ankonkonu, the southern continent. A woman in lavish ceremonial armour is talking with a couple of mercenary captains. She has a mask that is frighteningly warlike. If you have the code word errant, turn to 448. If not, turn to 584. 584.
If there's a tick in the box, turn to 158. If not, put a tick in there now. 584. The High Covenor of Chariots wants you to quest for an ancient heirloom of great significance to the Utakan that was lost in ages past. A great hero known as Kizil Urmak, the war prophet, wielded a mighty sword called the Holy Avenger of Ebron. Find this sword and bring it to me, and I will reward you, says the High Covenor of Chariots. She dismisses you with any airy wave of her hand. Tick the code word errant. You return to the audience chamber. 401. So
Oh, can we just pick up all these quests then?
I think that would be a good idea. So maybe we should have like a sort of quest page.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to write down errant. And
is that what we've gained
then? Yes. Unless we want to write a specific code word page in the notepad for these.
I would write them in here anyway.
Okay, but we're going to have 10 more and it's going to...
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to write down elite at least.
You got frog twice. I know it's frog.
Frog. Okay, I'll write down errant as well. Okay, so turn to 401.
We just pick another one then. Or can we should call it?
Let's pick up one more.
Okay. We'll just do them in order.
Yeah.
So we've got to pick. Yeah.
Blender of spices.
The blender of spices. 21. The blender of spices wears a mask shaped like the face of a hugely fat eunuch, grinning unpleasantly. It is rather disturbing. If you have the code word ethereal, turn to 362.
That's the code we're going to get now, I assume.
If not, turn to 467. Yeah, it's in the tick box. The blender of spices is looking for someone to fetch him the seeds of an abzu plant. Seeds of abzu plant? Its leaves are used as an ingredient in an ancient recipe used to promote youthfulness and well-being. It is said to have been the favourite dish of the legendary founder of the Utakan dynasty, Amanus the Baptizer. The blender of spices would dearly love to be able to serve this dish at the up-and-coming state banquet called the Celebration of the Subjugation of All. And where is the herb, great blender, you ask? Ah, now there's the rub, he replies. It has been extinct for 1,000 years. Holy Amu the Unbidden is said to own the incredible Aristic pool, which enables a swimmer to travel through time. Maybe he'll let you use it for a price, though he can be quite arbitrary and whimsical. You could go back into the past and find an abzu plant or a seed. Gain the code with ethereal.
How do you spell ethereal?
F-E real. Yeah, so we need to find
An Abzu seed.
a holy army with the Unbidden.
But he's saying he's quite tough, so we can travel back in time and get the Abzu seed.
He's whimsical. He's got a pool where we can swim back in time through and get the seeds. 401.
Okay. So we've picked up 2 of the 8 quests here. I think we will have to leave it here for part 24, but we will definitely be back. We're going to pick up all of these ones and we're going to go out on a massive
Quest
adventure
binge spree.
session. Yeah, so hopefully we get to rank up from at least finishing them all. I don't think we're going to rank up for each
I don't
one.
think we'll rank up. I think we just gain an audience with the king.
Or maybe he will give us a good quest.
I'm sure we'll gain points on the
Yeah,
way.
definitely. So yeah, that's going to be it for part 24. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've entered the 5th book, The Caught Up Hidden Faces, which definitely has a lot of different mechanics than what we used to. I mean, you can set up your own business.
Yeah.
We're having to do quests for all these people. Everyone's wearing masks. We have to wear a scarf at all times. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. So we will see you again with part 25 when we take on these quests and hopefully get them all finished. So see you there.